Hey everyone, the little pre-dailies recording thing. And I finally asked this question online. It's just like, yeah, no, I kind of figured, but it usually takes me so long to actually convince myself that question is true enough for me to then genuinely ask it. So this has been sitting in the back of my head for at least a fucking year, if not more. If not multiple. It's funny. Sometimes the brain likes to preserve illusions, even when we are actively doubting them. But this is going to help me with the one of my ambitions, which is making music. Oh, so now you show it on the side instead of decollapsing it. Thank you. But another reason why I wanted to do a pre-recording talk space, I guess, pre-dailies rambling, is because I can fucking relate to this. I can fucking relate to this in my own frustrating way. Because I'm like, okay, that should be good enough. Don't worry. Hurry. If they find it and they care, they'll figure it out. And I've just been sitting here looking at all my previous attempts after a while going, hold on, I want to do that again. Be it in letting go or other things. Usually takes me several tries to actually get to an end result that I'm happy with. Revising, drafting, compiling, and so many other different layers. That's why you'll see me continue to do different covers of songs, as I have been. Not because I expect myself to continue to try and get a perfect take, when it's really absurd and unreasonable to expect myself to do that, especially with Vocaloid songs. But also because I value my ability to improve things, to work at something and to polish it up without losing the heart of it. Hell, if I were to go over to no, yes, no, maybe so. I can open that, see if it's in there. Yep, still got all of this, where it's all the different stories, storylines, and characters relative to each other in an attempt at chronological order within a square space. Might be better to frame that up there as being closer to down here, but then I would lose out on the space for this. Would it still fit if I were to shift it over there? Probably. Oh. Ron, Luna, Lao. No, it doesn't look like what I'm looking for is in this file. So I'm gonna have to close out Clip for now and try to find it elsewhere. Is it here? No. Well, yes, but no. I'd have to go back into, like, what? Visual History Part 4. Yes, but it doesn't have the previous earlier versions that were scuffed as fucking hell. I don't know. Well, anyways, since I'll never be able to post these to Discord, voila. Read it at your own pleasure, at your own leisure. Pause the video if need be. If I'm not gonna find it too soon, though, then I might as well just drop this and continue on. Didn't even know, like, PNG tubers were a thing at the time when I made this. How old is it? Inspect. Okay, wrong inspect. I don't know the date of the original. I do know the date of this. But that's like an update, so that's not a good reference point. Nah. Trying to figure out a timeline to all this shit is confusing and difficult as hell. But yeah. It's been interesting integrating, diversifying, deconstruct, diversify, consolidate, integrate, rest, repeat. Hmm. Yeah, no, I'm still proud of the lyrics I've got here. For Can You See Me Now by Infected Mushroom. If I can think up even further lyrics or something, that would be awesome. But as it stands, the song is already damn good as is. Posting it to the Discord so that way I can then drag it into the browser for all of you to see. Oh, I am proud of how the lyrics there. I want to listen to the song now, damn it. See if my brain will come up with any more lyrics, anything new. I'll see you later now. Can't just drag you with me now. Walking way up higher than you could ever bring me down. You can't bring me down. Oh, oh, goodbye now. Oh yeah, no, I like this update. Oh. Of course, I can't keep this manic energy up forever, so we're gonna have to move on. This is another song I want to do a proper cover and or animation to. To-do list. Let's see. Well, first posted this copy paste into images, so that way I have it. Then we're going to go into current music, grab the link to Can You See Me Now? Or See Me Now, as it's said. Okay, songs I want to cover as a variant, post the link, then go grab the image. Songs I want to cover as a variant, create thread, paste image. There we go. Now I'll be able to find it more consistently now. Oh, what if I said that I never want to be you? 'Cause super virtue is not going to keep me full. So why don't you step down from that throne so you can see me like the way I see you? That last ending part has some emotional resonance to it. So I'm gonna vent it here and now while I can. Yeah, distance always fades off in a decade or two. Mirror, mirror, show me someone new. Ooh. Hey, what if I said that I never want to be you? 'Cause super virtue is not gonna keep me full. So why don't you step down from your throne so you can see me like the way I see you? I'll step down from my throne of pride more than willingly. But that's only if you're willing to step down from your throne of comfort, of feigned innocence or not wanting to deal with something. I can respect and understand if it's overwhelming or too much for you at times. By all means, that's one of the things I was most frustrated about with Trace during everything, was that she wasn't being patient. That part of ourselves was being so unabashedly impulsive when it could potentially scare and hurt someone we cared about. Is why I was trying my damn best to be the form of restraint I knew how to. Unfortunately, our identity had gotten a little bit lost inside yours, so when restraint was enacted, I accidentally projected outwards unintentionally. Yeah, no, I'm not proud of that. I'll never be proud of that. My own expectations projected onto someone who isn't me, who doesn't want to live the same life we do. Makes me feel sick. Makes me feel genuinely sick. And then when everything happened, when I genuinely got hurt in a way I wasn't expecting, I was the one to melt down and blow up, and Trace was the one to hold me back as best she could. If you are not willing to step down from your throne and face me, even if that means with others by your side, then I'm going. That was basically the final straw. Sure, I'm not worth much, but I know I'm worth more than investing my effort with someone who isn't going to be able to meet me and face me. Not when they've still got so much of their own work to do. I don't want to be that pressure. I don't want to be that fear or stress or otherwise for that dense stork. That is why I left. That is why I tried to cut myself out of their life. And that decision, I don't regret that decision. Because it looks like they've bloomed without me. All the better. Proud of you. You fucking goober.